The following is an EHC media production.
Hi everyone, Ep8 here, and just want to let you know about my two YouTube channels that you might like. First, I have a WWE related channel. I play WWE games, I talk about WWE, the real product and all that sort of stuff. And the other channel, I just play a wider variety of games. The links are in the description of this video, so please head on over and check me out. Thanks very much.
Watching the WWE 24 coverage of WrestleMania 34 was amazing. Just brought chills to my skin and reminded me of how great it felt when I was live there in New Orleans.
We taking control. Yeah, come on. We taking control. Come on. We taking control of our lives, and this time we are not letting go. Yeah, come on. We taking control. Yeah, come on. We taking control. Come on. We taking control of our lives, and this time we are not letting go. Yeah, come on.
Welcome to the most must-see 10 minutes in the universe. Welcome to War on Raw. Full disclaimer, I don't recommend the recording of podcasts while you are behind the wheel. That being said, I'm definitely a hypocrite, and so I shall record this podcast while I'm behind this wheel because, well, quite frankly, it could go no other way. So last night, at the House of Bane, we had a whole bunch of RWT family members come through and all sit down together, though some of us stood, and enjoy what was actually a really good Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And there were some outcomes that were super predictable, and there were some outcomes that maybe people didn't see coming necessarily. And then there is the whole reason for this entire episode today. Kofi Kingston, Bryan, the WWE Championship. It came down to those two last night in the Elimination Chamber, and spoiler alert if you don't know, Bryan pinned Kofi Kingston to retain the WWE Championship. And the big question on my mind this morning is, should Kofi had won that WWE Championship? Now, to be honest, I haven't seen anybody yet that feels like Kofi should have lost. I think the general consensus, though obviously I don't know everybody, so this can't be 100% true, but overall it certainly seems, based on the wrestling fans that I see talking, that most people feel like Kofi Kingston should have went over last night. Even to the point of Tony Kirkendall tweeting the whole McMahon family and saying, "Hey man, you said we were the authority. We clearly wanted Kofi Kingston to win. Bryan went over. So, you know, what the fuck?" Which got me thinking, what an interesting time in wrestling. You see, I remember a time where Tony Kirkendall and a bunch of other people were tweeting the McMahon family because, hey, we wanted Bryan to win the Royal Rumble or the this and that match or whatever he was involved in at the time during the strongest point of the Yes movement. However, they kept putting over Roman and all these other people. So, it's so funny if you're Bryan that you go from being the ultimate underdog that everybody wants to go over. And when Rey Mysterio came out that year in the Rumble in the number 30 spot, and people thought it was going to be Daniel Bryan, they booed Rey Mysterio. Boo. I mean, Daniel Bryan, people were clamoring for him to win the WWE Championship. People couldn't wait for Daniel Bryan to just get his proper due as WWE Champion, because after all, he deserved it. Clap, 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 clap. Well, it may have taken a little bit longer than expected, but all of a sudden, Daniel Bryan is getting the run with the WWE Championship that he always deserved. And you would think, one could make the mistake of thinking that kind of thing would make the WWE Universe happy. But the WWE Universe is not happy. You know why? Because as Daniel Bryan says, the WWE Universe is fickle! 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 Obviously, when Triple H said, "You're the authority now. Now you're gonna tell us what happens." Obviously, just complete crap and bullshit. But you know what? Good. Any version of Triple H saying to us and being serious that we are the authority, and this is for all the parents who are watching this, would be like if you look at your children and said, "You're mommy and daddy now. You get to make the house rules and we'll listen to you." That's cute. That shit would last for about 35 seconds and it'd be like, what the fuck? I'm taking control back. Because Triple H realizes very quickly, Daniel Bryan realizes very quickly, just like all you parents would realize very quickly, that WWE fans and children are fickle! 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 WWE fans have no concept of the long game, of building a storyline. You want this company, who's right in the middle of doing these huge things with Daniel Bryan, to just stop the Daniel Bryan train because Kofi got hot after one match. What part of the game is that? Is that how that works? And I got all the respect in the world for Kofi Kingston. Boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, I love Kofi. The Jamaican side, the pancake throwing, booty-o showing. I love all that. I love all that. New Day is fantastic to me. But they're literally right in the middle. Look what they're doing for Daniel Bryan. They gave Daniel Bryan a henchman. They gave Daniel Bryan a custom championship. There's a really big story happening with the Daniel Bryan character. And yes, Kofi got white hot right now after 1-2 matches. But that's not the kind of thing that's meant to change the entire landscape and change the entire plan. You know, all this months and months of planning, whatever, heading toward WrestleMania. Whatever the big plan is, whatever this whole story is going to culminate in, that's all supposed to just change because Kofi Kingston had 2 good matches. And let's keep it real, everybody. Let's keep it real. Again, I love Kofi Kingston. His start in the chamber last night, complete shit. Like, his first 5 or 6 moves were literally all botched. Like 5 or 6 in a row, I was like, oh God, if this is the night that he goes over as champion, he's going to look back on this match and hate it, because his first several moves is just nothing but mistakes. So, please, WWE Universe, stop being so fickle! 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 Kofi Kingston went out there last night and did his job. He entertained the WWE Universe and he put on a great match. And that's what you're supposed to do, night in and night out. But should Kofi Kingston have walked out of Houston, Texas as a WWE champion? Absolutely not, in my opinion. I'm sorry, in my opinion. For example, somewhere in the future, they finally put the belt on Kofi Kingston. And let's say they're running an amazing storyline. Where, like, the New Day become heels again. And they cheat real bad to get Kofi that belt because they're tired of him not winning. And WWE has this really good, like, long program planned out for Kofi, where he's just gonna go on a long heel run, and Big E and Xavier are gonna be like J&J Security was for Seth Rollins, just screwing with every match, messing with every outcome, and they got big plans for Kofi. And then let's say at that time, some new whippersnapper, some up-and-comer, some grizzlied vet who never got an opportunity, somebody gets white hot after one match or two. Are the same people that were clamoring for Kofi to get his chance and get the belt gonna suddenly go, okay, good, now take it off of him because this other guy deserves a shot? Are we gonna play hot potato with the belt like this? Because it's just like the flavor of the week. This guy is good this week. Oh, next week this guy was good, so now put the belt on him. Who the champion is determined by, like building storyline and stuff that makes sense. And by the way, I'm not claiming that WWE always does shit that makes sense. In fact, most of the time, the shit that they do makes me shrug my shoulders. But they got this one right. And I'd keep bitching, but I'm out of time. That's the best 10 minutes. Take care.